Ladies and gentlemen, Puerto Rico have declared a national emergency ahead of Tropical Storm Dorian. Now, you remember they had two back-to-back hurricanes that were powerful back in 2017, Hurricane Irma and Hurricane Maria. It was Hurricane Maria that killed the most people in Puerto Rico. It's estimated about 3,000 people lost their lives, and 90% of the island was destroyed. A lot of people left and came to mainland America to live because they lost everything in the storm. So, that being said, they never did fully recover in Puerto Rico. I was looking at some pictures just a few months ago, and people still had tarps up over their roof. So, they are not even fully back from the devastation of 2017's hurricanes. So, of course, FEMA had also suggested that Puerto Rico prepare for this tropical storm Dorian, which they're saying probably in the next day or two, it will be a category 1 hurricane. Now, a category 1 hurricane is what Sandy was, and these hurricanes can be very different. Now, you can have a category 1 and it dumps tons and tons of rain, and you can have a category 1 and it's a lot of wind damage. And that's what happened during Hurricane Sandy. We got a lot of rain, but the wind damage, that is what that hurricane brought us. It was, oh man, I can't even tell you the amount of downed trees and roofs blown off of houses and buildings, and it was tons of them. So, Puerto Rico declared a state of an emergency as Tropical Storm Dorian, which is growing as it moves across the Caribbean, could be upgraded to a category 1 when it nears the island. Still recovering from the devastation of Hurricane Dorian, the fourth named storm of the Atlantic hurricane season, has gathered strength since forming in a tropical depression Saturday. Now 30 miles southeast of St. Lucia with 50 miles an hour winds. Now, the last time I did a story, it was at 40 miles an hour winds, so it's up to 50. The tropical storm is traveling northwest at 13 miles an hour, according to the National Hurricane Center. Dorian is not yet a hurricane, but has placed Martinique, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent Grenadina under a tropical storm warning. Puerto Rico and the eastern tip of the Dominican Republic are under a hurricane watch, as forecasters warn the storm might grow. The storm effects are expected to be felt in Puerto Rico by Wednesday afternoon and travel up to Hispaniola. I'm just trying to get down to Florida. Okay. So they're saying it's going to reach Florida, southeastern Florida, by Sunday. So I'm just wondering if it's going to be a hurricane by then or back to being a tropical storm. It's really hard to say. And they're not saying much about that either. So it could be that they don't know. If the storm goes across the Dominican Republic and Haiti, the mountains might weaken it. But if it stays over the ocean, weather officials believe the storm could gain strength as it travels towards Florida. Puerto Rico will see the worst conditions Wednesday, where the western and southern parts of the island are expected to experience high winds and heavy precipitation. On Tuesday, the National Hurricane Center said the island should expect a maximum of 6 inches of rain. That's a lot of damn rain. That's a lot of rain, y'all. Puerto Rican officials said in a press conference Monday that they declared a state of an emergency, in parts to free up resources like Puerto Rico National Guard and the to coordinate with the Federal Emergency Management Agency, in other words, FEMA. Many on the island are still reeling from Maria in 2017, a Category 5 hurricane, and the deadliest natural disaster in U.S. history that killed almost 3,000 people. Officials on the island said that residents still living with blue tarps, that's what I'm telling you. I saw those pictures just maybe 2 months ago, and I was looking at an aerial shot, and many of them still got blue tarps on the roof. And it's saying it in the article. So they've had those tarps up for, damn, 2 years. Living with blue tarps from FEMA and without proper shelter will be prioritized as they prepare for the storm. Dorian also comes amid Puerto Rico's political crisis. Former governor, oh, he's gone. I don't care about that. That's not going to do any good right now anyway. They have a new governor. So, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to have to prepare for the worst. And they've already been through the worst. Yeah, what a terrible thing for them to have to go through. So 30 miles southeast of St. Lucia, 50 miles an hour winds, and it's moving at 13 miles an hour. So it says it's going to reach Florida on Sunday, and we shall see what happens. You know, a lot of times up here in the Northeast, we get remnants of the storm. It may not be a hurricane by the time it reaches us, but it'll be more like at a tropical storm level and just dump a lot of rain up here. But we shall see. So to all of you that are on the islands, you know, I hope that you remain safe. Yeah, that's a big ass storm. Maybe a tropical storm, but that's a big storm. You know, be safe. I hope that many of you can find shelter before this thing hits. And the same thing for people down in Florida. I'm going to have to check on my uncle. He's down there. And I have, my father has 2 sisters that live there too. One I can't really talk to that much. She can't hear. She can't really hear that well. But the other one I can talk to. So I will be checking in on my relatives in the South to see and make sure they're okay. But please tell me what you think, y'all. This is real. And I can tell y'all, these late season storms are usually far worse than the storms that hit in the beginning of the season. When they start coming like in August, September, October, they are powerful. Sandy came in October. In fact, Sandy hit on my mother's birthday, October 29th. That's the only reason why I can remember that storm and when it happened. It was because it was on my mom's birthday. And it was powerful. It was very powerful. So please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. You know, don't be fooled by a Category 1. A Category 1 can do a lot of damage. A lot. And I know that firsthand. So you definitely want to make sure you have non-perishable foods and have a way to cook, even if it's a grill every day, just as long as you can, you know, still make food for your family. I know around here after Sandy happened, I could smell the grills all over the place because it was no power. So you could smell the people cooking on grills all around me. And that probably went on for a good 3 weeks. You could smell people outside grilling because they had no other way to feed themselves. So, ladies and gentlemen, please tell me what you think about Tropical Storm Dorian and the potential of it hitting Puerto Rico and then Florida. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.